Um, this is my review on the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The final Harry Potter movie, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Good news is this is the worst one. Bad news is this is the worst one. Good news is this is the worst one because the good news is this is the most forgettable one out of the franchise and the Harry Potter movie franchise. So good news is this may be the worst one. But the good news is that this is the most forgettable one I have trouble remembering. Out of all of them. No matter how many times I've watched this one, I watched a lot. And I can't remember that much of what's good or disabled film or what goes that much goes on in the film. That makes sense. A lot of it does make sense. But it's also kind of fun. It takes this stupid logic incredibly seriously, the entire plot. But it's might be the most laughable one since the Half-Blood Prince, or next to the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. This one is bonkers. These are the two most bonker ones in the franchise, in the movie franchise of Harry Potter. But however, stupid is stupid, and I'm not gonna reward stupid and call it a good movie. You know, as much as you entertain me while me laughing at you, I'm not going to reward you for being a good movie. And you you know, there are many kinds of stupid from movies I've noticed in my years of watching movies and being a movie critic. You come to notice there's a main kind of stupid level of stupid. There's stupid, but it's stupid enough you give it a 5 out of 10, like the Avengers or 2017's Justice League, or every Avengers movie that got brought to the big screen since 2012, Marvel's Avengers, or 2017's Justice League that Joss Whedon did, like he did the first two Avengers movies. Even though he gave Zack Snyder's whole credit, then that's a complicated trip down the road. That's a bit of a mind fucking in a nutshell. And it's on his own paper and on its own. But and to 5 out of 10 is like it's not bad. It's just actually, it's a good grade. But it's like a movie that you want, movie's worth watching, but wouldn't be considered a movie I love. A 5 out of 10 is for me. A movie I like, but not love. But I'll watch it again. But I won't want to watch it again as my first choice for my favorite movies of all time. First choice. And then, now those kind of movies that just get 5 out of 10. the ones that I consider good movies, but not, not my favorite movies, 5 out of 10 ones. And then there are 10 out of 10. The ones, and then all ones that are above 5 out of 10 are better quality movies. Like, sometimes stupid movies and bonkers can get a 10 out of 10. Like, but as long as you pull it off, I guess. Like, let's see, and that doesn't mean, before I go any further, doesn't mean, I'm not saying, it is, when I say stupid and, bonkers, I mean, it's something that should feel stupid and bonkers on this based on logic is something that, for example, I think a movie that is insane, 10 out of 10 for me, that's stupid and bonkers is, for example, oh god, I'm getting in trouble for this. If I say this, well, I'll say it, I might be putting protection on my back for saying that for example, the, first 3 Terminator films, from Terminator to Terminator 3, are a 10 out of 10 for me. Or X2, which is an abbreviation for X-Men 2 United. Even though the final product just calls it X2 in the opening credits. That's a 10 out of 10, even though it's stupid and bonkers. So, like the original 3 Terminator movies. Or, the 5 Transformer movies that Michael Bay made get a 10 out of 10 for me, just for being bonkers and stupid and, blowing my mind in how much you can make sense of something so bonkers and stupid, and try to make sense over telling a coherent enough plot enough. And yeah, I think those are good enough examples. I mean, a good, what I'm saying. And then there's, then this is kind of bonkers and stupid, that 0 out of 10 that hits rock bottom. Like the last Sandman movie from 2010. Or every Harry Potter movie before this one. And counting this one, the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Harry Potter's Deathly Hallows in Deathly Hallows Part 2. And every one before this, I'm giving it a 0 out of 10 because it's, I mean, it's like, the thing about it is, like, what's the point of even trying liking a movie like this? What's in it for me if I basically, lie to myself and say I like any of the Harry Potter movies. If I just force myself to be more positive than I want to be. Or force myself to be more negative than I want to be. It's basically just stupid and repetitive when you, in hindsight. But if you especially ever, it's just, to me, yeah, that's what, so I'm giving this a 0 out of 10, definitely Hallows Part 2. Now I'm, to be honest with you, I kind of, tried to say bomb review on this movie to try to refresh my movie what this happens in the plot of the movie, but I forgot what he said right before I started this video. I mean, once I started the video, I forgot what he said. So, of the plot, what happens in this movie. So, going to try to pull a miracle out of my ass by forcing myself hard to remember what the plot is. So, before this, in case if people don't want to know what the plot of the movie is, even though since this old movie came out back in 2011, definitely Hallows Part 2, the movie is a 0 out of 10 for me. Is what I'm going to get giving it, you know? Now, now I'm going to talk about the spoiler territory of the plot of the movie. So, it's, okay, let me explain, let's see, Harry and his friends Miley and Ronald Weasley are still on the run due to the events leading up to this one that began in Deathly Hallows Part 1. And Malfoy doesn't have really any relevant at all to the plot. I'm not sure he makes a cameo in this movie. He might make a cameo, but I think, or do they have one more duel before this, before it all ends here? So, clearly I can't remember if Malfoy's in this movie, or if he's relevant to the plot or not. So maybe that should tell someone that this is not something. Shit. I forgot what I was going to say. Where was I in the plot? This plot's disappearing from my mind. Like, so Harry's on the run, and his friends are on the run. So they're trying not to use magic while using magic to make their life easier and more livable. Wait, what? They use magic to not use magic to stay low-key. They need to use magic to stay low-key, but while also breaking the rule that they vowed not to break, which is using magic. Okay. I think that's what happens. Anyway, they're going back to Hogwarts, the place where in the first one they were on the run from, or running away from, on the run from, and trying to avoid Hogwarts in the first one. Now they decide to change their minds and fight and stand and die while trying. This is the plan. In the other words, they don't really have a plan how they're going to overpower the Dark Lord, Voldemort. Oh, and Dumbledore's dead. Dumbledore? Yeah, Dumbledore, the principal of the school Hogwarts, is dead. You have to know this because he died in Half-Blood Prince. He got killed off by Professor Snape, who turns out to be evil. Who turns out in this one that this was all part of Dumbledore's diabolical plan to be killed off by Professor Snape so that he can betray the Dark Lord right before the Dark Lord betrays him and kills him. And it's revealed through flashbacks that this is what the plan all along, and that he also had fear was Harry's mother. Well, that's not disturbing of a sight to think about. And he was apparently in love with his Harry's mother. He confesses this to Harry. As his dying last words, he spilled the beans of this confusing nonsense that's relevant to the plot somehow. A movie. After they make it back to Hogwarts. So it turns out he wasn't evil. He was just kind of a prick. And sleazy. Well, very loyal to Dumbledore. The dead principal of the school. So Harry Potter's bully calls him, but she tells him to shut up and listen to me, asshole. Basically, she says that. And calls him by his full name, Harry James James. Oh. Well, Johnson Potter. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But both of them sounds like he's named after a toilet. After two toilets. Harry sounds like Harry has an ear. And Potter sounds like a porta potty. Sounds like he got named after a fucking porta potty. Toilet. Porta potty. And his name's either Johnson, which is worse, or I think it's Johnson. So he's named after two toilets. His middle and last name is named after two toilets. I'm sorry. I'm going to pee. Oh God, it's too funny. I'm trying to stop myself from laughing by slapping myself. Okay. So he goes to face Voldemort and make him heroically giving Voldemort the upper hand for him to get murdered and his ass whooped brutally. And he now enters the afterlife where he meets up with Principal Dumbledore. And so it turns out Harry's not dead, even though he's clearly in the afterlife. See, what happened was get a load of this. Even though Harry took the hit, Dumbledore was explaining, well, he only killed off part of you, Harry, but he also killed off part of himself. Half of you soul is dead, but half of his soul is dead, where you guys fought. You know, you cleared the end of the athlete for some reason, he didn't. So he sends him back to the land of the lake so he can get round 2. And he wins and kicks ass and saves the day in round 2. Oh my god, I just realized round 2. I'm sorry, but get it, Potter, round 2. Humor. It's funny. Oh. Oh. And he kills the Dark Lord and overpowers him. He takes back the skull. Breakfast Club style. I mean Footloose style. They take back the skull like in Footloose, where they take back the town with, instead with dancing, they do it with magic. And kill them and make the Nazis wizards go bob scream like little girls, run away like little pussies. Basically, evacuate the entire Hogwarts and the Wizard World of Harry Potter. Oh, and that's the movie. And, but wait! 19 years later, Harry's and Miley and Ron Weasley, all three happily married best buds still, and now they have kids that descend to this death trap known as the School of Hogwarts. 19 years later, they send the kids off to Hogwarts to meet their end. Like Harry almost met his many times at Hogwarts. Or Miley, or Ron Weasley. And a bunch of fucked up shit happened. Like seeing your own classmates get drowned for the sake of sports. Like in Goblet of Fire showed. So, I love how the made this scene pull this off like it's a good, cheesy ending. The acting is a cheesy, happily. How it ends in this tone is so batshit out of the norm of this franchise. To a point, it feels like it came out of the Full House writer's ass that wrote this ending after the 19 years later happened. It is stupid on every level and cheesy too. And laughable hilariously. So yeah, this gives a 0 out of 10 to Deathly Hallows Part 2 by... I already gave it a 0 out of 10, I realize. Okay, I'm just gonna say, that's it. That's the end. That's how it all ends. Oh, that's stupid franchise. It's finally end.